Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Thank you and welcome all of you to session number 9, the penultimate one.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, your screen is flickering.
Sorry? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. Right. Welcome all of you to session number 9. This is the penultimate session. After this, we are left with another one. So this session will focus on assessing experiential learning. So far, just to give you a quick recap, we have discussed on action learning, we have discussed on simulation, we have discussed on immersive learning. Today, we will try and understand how these learning programs must be assessed, evaluated. Now, the question to all of you is, why should we assess? Any reason? What is the reason to evaluate or assess the training programs that we conduct, either individually or for an organization? Why should we assess?
To check the effectiveness.
To check the effectiveness. Okay. What do you mean by that effectiveness? I mean, what is the sum and substance? What is the summary?
If it worked,
If it
what
worked,
we intended to do, were we
Hmm.
able to achieve the objectives?
Objectives. Were the objectives achieved, accomplished? Okay. All right. These are some reasons why we normally go for assessing the training programs. Now we know that the organization has invested a lot of money, a return on investment. Normally there is a notion that people have, or HR people are viewed with. HR is called as a cost center approach. They propose training programs, they spend a lot of money, but what about the ROI? Example, one training program had an investment of ₹1,00,000. What is coming back from that? Then, as we discussed, achieved objectives. Have we achieved the objectives? For example, new training staff or new marketing staff had joined. Training was conducted consequentially. And what is the outcome? What is the consequence? What is the outcome of that training? Did the training achieve its objectives? Did we give the intended product knowledge? And then we all know that the trigger point for any training program is TNA, training need analysis. So the gaps that we had identified, did we plug those gaps? These are some prominent reasons why we assess the training programs. Now, how do we do it? That's the question. How do we do it? Some reference point, some base, some reference point, some yardstick, some tool. So today we'll talk about Alexander Astin's IEO model. Has anyone come across this anytime?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. Okay,
Yes.
this is okay, thank you. That's nice. So this is taken from your course book. I'm not deviating anything from there. I'm not trying to include anything else. So this is extracted from your course book. Alexander Astin's IEO model. We'll spend some time on this because this is very important. And one more major, most popular training evaluation model called the Kirkpatrick's training evaluation model is missing. We will stick on to IEO model. Okay, let's try and understand what is this IEO model. Then I will give you a case. You'll have to work on that. Is that okay? I want to make it lively, experiential, hands-on, participative. I expect your participation. So what is input, what is environment, and what is output? Input in this context refers to the background of the trainees, the participants, their educational level, their background, their skills, their motivational level. Okay. And then the environment, where is the training program conducted? The environment, the culture of the company, settings, infrastructure, the kind of trainer, interaction level, trainer quality, how was the training delivered, what was the design, was it offline, blended, hybrid, completely online, immersive? So in what environment was it conducted? Okay, when you plant apple seeds, when you sow apple seeds in a tropical climate, they don't germinate because the environment is not favorable, not congenial. Similarly, when you give the best, but the setting design does not have a proper blend, then it's quite natural that we may not achieve the intended objective. So what is output? Post training, reflection, skill, application, confidence. So what happened after the training? Did the confidence level go up? Were the skills polished? And what was the post training reflection? Post training reflection is were the trainees assertive? Did they gain something? How did they reflect back? Okay, are you all clear what is this IEO model about? What are the components? I'll give you a case in some time from now. I don't want to keep it theoretical. I'll give you a case and you'll have to evaluate this case, this training using IEO model. Is that okay? Assuming that it was performed, it was conducted. Now there are some factors. There are some factors that affect our learning, our training programs. For example, I will give you the case of Karnataka. Ukraine war, the war of Israel, Iran and Israel conflict, you will not believe, India-Pakistan war has affected the mango production, the post-mango production activities or operations in Karnataka, meaning Karnataka is not able to send its mangoes to other states, which once it was doing, or prior to this war-like situation it was doing. So there is heavy dump of Karnataka mangoes within the state. They are not sent out. The consignment is not accepted. The consignment is not sent out. Now you may wonder, what is a war-like situation? What is bombarding? What is drone hitting to do with mangoes? But the reality is, certain invisible forces act. So these are some factors that affect experiential learning or any training for that matter. This again is taken from your course book. So learner characteristics, can anyone tell me what do you mean by, or what are these learner characteristics? Your responses, please.
Learners, can I say?
Yeah,
The
please,
back.
please.
Learner characteristic depends on various factors. Age,
Yes.
age is one of them. Experience is one of them.
Demography,
Then
yes.
from demography, from which upbringing he is coming up, where
Very
he is
good.
working right now. So all things can add up to the learner characteristic, and accordingly, he or she may be interested in going through that journey of learning.
Very nice. So you agree that learner characteristics or traits, the background come into play. Do they influence, do they affect learning?
Yes, yes.
Right, thank you. Learning environment. Anybody else with their views on the first component?
Sir, learning characteristics won't be like how they learn. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, you're right. Learning
The
styles,
visual,
yes. You're right, go ahead.
kinesthetic,
Yes,
auditory.
kinesthetics, yeah. Very good. Learning styles. Then learning environment. Anybody on this? Learning environment. Anybody on this?
Sir, can it be related to the preparedness of the learner?
Yes, possible. Learner motivation, receptivity, appetite to learn, appetite to learn, motivation to learn.
A motivation level of learner, anxiety level of learner.
Definitely.
Flexibility.
flexibility of
Adaptability, all
yeah,
can come.
adaptability. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, then what is learning environment? Thank you so much. You're making my work easier and you're giving your reflections, which is very good.
A learning environment would be where the place where the training is happening.
Place,
It
venue.
may be how psychologically or comfortable the participants are.
Yes.
Okay. It may also have aspects of how much support in terms of tools or
Yes.
resources they're getting. And it may also be how comfortable they feel in interacting socially with the people
Absolutely.
who
Very
are
right.
part of the group.
Yes. Very good. That's right.
Learning environment also
Teachers.
involves the training manager or the
Yes, definitely.
facilitator who is taking the session. If the
Definitely.
training manager or the facilitator is good, the learning environment is good.
Absolutely. So
If
how does he
is not,
set up? How does he set up the environment?
Right.
How does he facilitate? How does he ensure that the learning environment is conducive? Learning environment is encouraging.
yeah,
Definitely. I agree with
how
you.
the facilitator deliver?
Absolutely. Delivery mechanism. Absolutely right.
Whether it is online or offline or phygital mode,
Yes.
how
Absolutely.
again in online, or
Learn,
whether it is available in mobile or through
Yes.
different types of apps, through that learning is there. These
Yes.
are all getting into
Yeah.
environment.
Basically, the surroundings around us. It can be virtual. It can be physical, and the ambience that prevails there, the culture that prevails there. So
learning
that is a
design.
learning.
Sir, in
Learning.
Learning design. Learning design.
in learning environment, content of the topic, and second thing, as some of the colleague has said, facilitator or trainer. I think content of the topic along with the facilitator plays a very important role to.
Content, method, mode. They
Ah,
can be in instructional design.
okay. But
Content,
that can play a role in learning
definitely.
environment.
Yes, we are
Because
just
if
trying to take out from learning environment. Your components are perfectly right. We are trying to take those components from learning environment and we are trying to put them in the third component, which is instructional design. Method, learning resources, method, mode, delivery mechanism. So that can be a part of instructional design. So these factors affect a lot. Agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Agree.
Yes.
Okay, now what are contextual factors? What are these contextual factors?
Extrinsic load.
Okay, the external factors. Yeah. The situation. The situation. Context basically refers to the situation. In what situation are we? For example, there is pressure, mounting pressure on us to learn, or it's an easy approach to learn, or it's a sort of stable, peaceful situation to learn. What situation are we? Why are we learning? Is it out of willingness? Is it forced? Is it imposed? So what context are we learning? Of course, it's very similar, slightly similar to environment, but context is more situation specific. That time, that hour.
Due to change in the time, or we want to be ahead of the curve, so maybe the context.
Yes,
that,
context. Maybe pressure.
Competition.
Yes, competition, pressure, cutthroat competition, induced to learn. So that also matters a lot. Okay. So one way to, dear learners, I hope you are able to understand. I hope you are able to connect. Today, I repeat, we are trying to understand. We are trying to know how do we assess a training program. Yeah, any inputs?
अभी नहीं कर रहे हैं. अभी नहीं कर रहे हैं. नहीं करेंगे, ले जाना, ले जाना.
Please be on mute. Okay. Right. So I repeat, today we are trying to understand why should we assess the training program and experiential learning, to be more specific. Why do we do that? And what factors matter? What factors influence? And how do we do it? Here we come to a tool called as rubrics, or also called metrics. It's a measuring tool. Nikita, you have a question?
Yes, I was thinking that some learners right now said the time of the session.
Yeah,
Will that be a
definitely.
contextual
Yes.
factor or will that be an environmental factor?
that is contextual factors. That hour, that time, that second, that situation, that is contextual factor. For
Okay,
example,
thank you.
if this session was to be conducted at 6 a.m. in the morning today, I'm sure all of you would have been a little groggy, sleepy. Wouldn't be possible, right?
Yeah,
So that
got
is
it.
contextual factors. Yeah, that is a
Okay,
contextual
thank
factor.
you.
Learning environment is the ambience.
Okay,
Sir,
understood now.
Yeah.
sir, can you please define what is contextual
Con-
factors for me?
yeah. Contextual factor means a situation in which we are organizing a training program. The situation, the situation which is very specific to that hour, to that situation. Why are we learning? Where are we learning is, of course, environment in a classroom. But that particular hour, for example, now what is the context? We have enrolled for PGCT, PGP, ISTD. Now this is afternoon. If this session was to be taken at 6 a.m. in the morning, the context is very different. So that this particular hour, this particular situation, there are many examples where learning was induced, the situation was created. For example, now after this Ahmedabad tragic incident, okay, and even after India attacked Pakistan very recently, the Chief of Indian Air Force says, be ready for more hits, for more hitting, be ready. It means they were not ready earlier. Now the situation is calling them to be geared up anytime. So the context now is, it is to prepare people for an upcoming act. So purpose, situation is context. That particular hour, that particular situation.
So, sir, can I one more word that I wanted to put? So, if you are talking about contextual factor, that means learning method of learning or the learning per se. For example, what learning? Why are you doing learning? So, in
Learning
that
method.
context, you are talking about.
Yeah, learning method is here. Learning characteristics. People have different learning styles.
Yes, correct.
So that is a part of the first component, which is learner characteristics, their background, their style, their pace of learning, their style of learning. So that is a part of learner characteristics. Now, context is situation specific. Why are we learning? That
So,
particular
but
hour, that particular situation, and how it matters, how it influences.
So
okay.
if it's
Yes.
affecting the program
Yes.
at that moment, that will
Yes.
be contextual.
Yes.
But predefined things
Yeah.
will be environmental and
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Environment can be designed. Environment
Yeah,
can be
that's what.
prepared.
Yeah, it is designed. Yeah. Got it.
Similarly, instructional design can be designed. You can decide, should it be offline, should it be online, should it be blended. So you can design your programs. But then learner characteristics cannot be designed. They are innate. They are innate. But those innate characteristics do influence learning.
Okay.
Okay. So rubrics is a tool that is outrightly mentioned in your course book. So I've taken one sample rubric, and this rubric has some dimensions. For instance, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the highest rating. Now here, please note, there is an interaction, there is a conversation between trainer and a trainee. Post the training process, post the training program, trainer is trying to evaluate a trainee based on reflections, based on uh, responses that the trainee gives. Example, 0 is what the trainer has given to a trainee. It means there is no evidence of learning. There is no change in the behavior. There is no change in the knowledge. There is no evidence of change. A question is asked, the question goes unanswered. It means there is no evidence. A trainer asks a question, to the trainee after the training, maybe when the trainer is trying to test the trainee fails to answer. So there is no evidence of learning. So he gives 0 marks. Now, what are these ratings? What are these ranks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the ratings that the trainer will give to trainees based on the reflections that they show or exhibit. 4, if the trainer has given 4 as ranking, it means they have shown superior response. You will be working on a rubric very soon. So I want you to understand these basics. Are we getting along?
Sir, these words are synonym to each other in
Yeah,
these
almost.
levels?
Yeah, almost. But these are for different dimensions. Now I'm going to give that task to you.
So, sir,
They
I
are
had a
almost.
question.
Yes, please.
So, if somebody has to use 4, I mean,
Yes.
I'll choose to use either exemplary or exceed expectation.
Yeah.
So
Now,
that means,
yeah. Now what you have to do is, this particular table has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows.
right.
Right? Now, there has to be one parameter or one dimension next to these rows, meaning row 1 is for what? Row 1 is for what? Row 2 is for what? It means these dimensions, of course, they are synonyms, but then they are defined separately for separate dimensions or parameters or yardsticks for checking. For example, I want to check my health. One dimension that I'll take is, what is my blood sugar? What is my blood iron, meaning hemoglobin? What is my weight? What is my cholesterol? What is my bone density? Now, bone density, cholesterol, blood iron, I am taking as parameters. For example, third, my blood iron or my hemoglobin is excellent. So I fit into third column or third element. Are you getting me?
Yes. That means we have to set the parameters.
Yeah, that assignment will come to you very soon. You will have to work on this case. Of course.
So that means this is from the trainee to trainer.
Yes. No, this is from trainer to trainee. Trainer is trying to evaluate what is the response of the trainee post the training. Example. You have conducted a training program. Please listen to me carefully. All of you in the sense, all of you put together. You have conducted a training program for school teachers on AI, artificial intelligence. How to use AI, ChatGPT to improve teaching efficiency or to improve teaching quality in schools. And this was a 20-hour program that you did. Maybe it's a private school, and the school is very, very, very contemporary, very proactive. So the principal invited you to conduct a training program for their teachers, for their staff, so that they can incorporate AI. You were the trainer. You did 20-hour training program. 20 hours of training was conducted. Now you have to rate the teachers. You have to rate the trainees who are a part of your session. Suppose they show no evidence, they show no response at all. You ask them to go to AI page, ChatGPT page. They don't know. So there is no evidence of learning. One, they touch the computer, they just go to Google and they stop there. They're trying to do something, but it is unacceptable. Next, okay, they will go there to the page, AI and ChatGPT page. They try to do something. They try to take out the history, specific history from the database. Okay, acceptable. Excellent. They are able to make charts, PPTs, slides, brief stories. Excellent. Exemplary is something beyond this, something apart from this. I hope you are able to understand.
Sir, I still have a doubt.
Yeah.
So in these 8 rows that are there,
Yes.
which one to use when? So like if I relate it to what Bloom's is,
Yeah.
it has 6
Yes,
different
6 layers.
columns with
Yes.
synonyms in each row.
Yes.
Is it the same thing
No,
we
no,
have?
no. 1 minute. I'm coming to it. This may sound like a mystery now. I am trying to come to that assignment. What you must do is make another column next to this, not a row. Make another column, draw another column. I will be displaying this again. What is that you fit here? I'm giving you the rubrics. Now you have to set the dimensions on which you will, or for which you will use this table. Example, exemplary, excellent, acceptable, unacceptable, no evidence. Next, exceeds expectations, meets expectations, progressing, not there yet, no evidence. Okay. Now, what you have to do is, I'll explain that case very soon. Just give me 5 minutes. I will ask you to make use of this rubric. Using this rubric, you must or you can evaluate the training program. I'm giving you that case. Just give me 2 minutes. Yashi, you have a Yashi Mittal?
Yes, sir. Sir, to explain this, I wanted to give a example that we are using.
Yes.
So I am an employability skill trainer for
Yes.
MBA first year students.
Okay, right.
So we train
Good.
them through the semester, and
Yes.
at the end, we conduct their mock interviews or their
Yes.
group discussion round,
Yes. Yes.
wherein we rate them on the
Yes.
rubrics based on their communication skills,
Yes.
their
Yes.
body language,
Yes.
their articulation, the content and clarity.
Yes.
So these are the parameters on
Yes. So,
which we give them
yes.
scores.
Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you
Yes.
must have 7 parameters. There are 7 rows. Now you must design or you must write 7 parameters.
Yes. So these can be the
Yes.
parameters, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Content, communication, very
Yes.
good communication, excellent communication. For
Yes.
example, communication can be the third element, and you can use a third row of this rubric to fit that.
Yes.
You getting it?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are different types of rubrics. There is a checklist, there is analytics, there is holistic. Now we are using analytics. Checklist is yes or no, present, not present. For example, you take your vehicle to a showroom to get it serviced, to a repair center, or to a showroom, to a workshop. Now the supervisor there will check whether this has a problem, this has a problem, this has a problem. So he has a checklist. Similarly, checklist can also be a rubric for your training program. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Holistic is when you mix both. So here is the case. I want all of you to work on this, and then you can use that rubric. Please go read this. Prepare a rubrics for the training program. Here are the details. You have conducted a session on AI for school teachers. And these teachers teach for these standards 7th to 10th. What is the objective of this training program? You wanted to upgrade the teaching quality and you wanted to improve the efficiency of these teachers. They were using traditional methods, very, very old. It was a 20-hour training program. Method was experiential and the mode was offline. Audience can be 50. Now, imagine this program is already done, implemented, performed, conducted. Now I want all of you to use a rubric to check or to rate the trainees. You are the trainer, rate the trainees. And just for your reference, you can use this rubric. You may also use another one. I don't mind. You may use another scale, or you can have a matrix. And this is one to refer. Are you getting me?
Can we see the last page once again, please?
Yes, yes. You can take down these details actually. If you have a pen and paper, you please take down this. You please take down this. Go through this. Take down. These are training details. These are training details. Any questions so far? Now, if you have taken down this, if you're ready with this question, now I want you to develop a rubric, prepare a rubric, develop, prepare. Bloom's taxonomy, this fits into what category? Sixth. Rizwan, yeah, a question?
Again, please, you can show that the rubric slide once
Yeah,
again.
I'll come to the rubric slide, but I want all of you to please take down these training details on a piece of paper in your notepad diary, and then I'll come to rubric. AI for school teachers, and the school teachers were from high school. 20-hour program, objective, teaching quality has to go up. Traditional stuff, outdated stuff should not be taught. Quality of teaching must improve. Hence, teachers were trained. And teachers are like guiding lights. You train the teachers and the light will pass on. So now I am giving you a reference rubric. There is no hard and fast rule that you must use only this. You can
make it
develop
for
another.
3 columns also. Can I also make it for 3 columns?
Yes, you can. You can make it 3. You can make it 5. 3 can be good, bad, better, or low, medium, high. That the choice is yours. You can also make it 5. You can take out 0. You can alter, or you can use this. Now, if you want to use this, what are the measuring parameters? One column needs to be included. Are you clear now? What is to be done?
Yes.
Most of it is ready. Most of it is ready. You have to now come out with yardsticks, measuring parameters, dimensions. 80% of the rubric is already ready. 80% of matrix is ready. One element is missing, and that element is for mentioning or writing down parameters, measuring parameters. What could they be? And you're all free to develop and prepare a new rubric altogether. There is no hard and fast rule that you must use only this. This can be a reference point. Now you will feel that even if they sound like synonyms, they will differ because our yardsticks will be different. Are you anybody with questions? Anybody wants to seek some clarity? Are you working on it?
Yes, sir, we are working.
Yeah, please. I repeat, you can develop a new rubric. You can alter this. You can add another column to this. You are also free to come out with a new rubric. The choice is yours. Why do we need a rubric? Because it should not be judgmental. every parameter, every dimension, every measuring criteria, every measuring parameter must be well defined so that it does not become judgmental. That is why we use rubrics. You can ask questions if you have any.
For example, if I am putting like this, I am putting some parameters like attendance
Yes.
to class,
Yes.
completion of assignment,
Yes.
interaction during the class or participation of the participants.
Yes.
Then some questions, which quizzes, for example, given whether they have attempted or not attempted, and what marks they have scored.
Yeah.
Can it be parameters we can set?
Yes, they can be parameters, but those parametrics are not matching with this rubric. So you have to change the elements of this rubric.
No, I am making my own rubric. Now, for example, if I am making,
you can. You're right. You're in the right direction. You can do it. That's right.
if, for example, if the participants are attendance, so
I
you
got
can
it.
say that most of the participants, none of the no, I'm making it like this. If attendance is there in the class, so most of the participants, how the in
Yes.
attending the
Attendance.
classes that
Good. Attendance was good. Attendance was bad. Acceptable. Not acceptable. Fine.
Sir, we have to, may I speak?
Yeah, please.
So, sir, what I understand is we have to list out the different dimensions for AI training for teachers to improve teaching efficiency and quality, and then we have to rate this dimension according to this matrix.
No, you have to rate the responses, meaning you have to develop a rubric using which you can rate your trainees. For example, there were 10 trainees in your training program. You conducted a program. Okay, 20 hours training program was conducted on AI. Now, somebody asks you to give a report. How was it? Generally, we say it was good, but it is judgmental. How do you say it was good? What is the evidence? What are the reflections that people have shown? Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Please apply logic. Somebody asks you to rate a car. How do we rate a car? Price, specifications, quality, safety, mileage, engine, all this. Right? Similarly, if you just say car is good, good in what? The car is very bad. Bad in what? Engine may be very good, but looks may fail. So to measure or to give an opinion about this car, you must have something to judge, no? Okay, engine is good, features are good, safety is good. So engine, feature, safety, these become elements. Now these elements must have a broad spectrum of options: good, bad, acceptable, safety, very high, low. Okay, Nagaraj.
Yeah. So based on your inputs, so I just created the parameters for the scores.
Yes.
So the AA session is over. I consider the teachers are from the age group of between 30 to 50.
Yes. Okay.
So based on the evaluation, now the parameters will be, for example, not able to open Chat GPT at all. Even
Okay.
after the 20 hours of training program, the teacher doesn't know how to open the Chat GPT, then it is no evidence. So it is 0.
Yes.
And the next one, able to open the Chat GPT but don't know what to do in the Chat GPT.
Okay. For this particular row, let's say you are fitting this dimension or you're trying to match this dimension to the first row. Okay. Now, what is the name of that element?
Parameter.
I can explain.
Yes.
Parameters can be communication, presentation, confidence, flexibility, problem solving ability, adaptability.
But these are general. I want you to develop a matrix for this training.
If I can add,
for this training also, confidence of the teacher can be measured.
Okay.
What is their communication level, whether they are communicating well or not.
Okay. But this training is
Oh.
not on communication. This
Sir,
training is
may
on
I?
AI. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
may I?
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
Okay, sir, parameters, I have put the first parameter, that is the participation and engagement.
Okay.
And there I have put 4 windows, that is more than 80%, more than 60%, more than 50%, and less than 50%.
Okay. What is that more than 50%? First, better, good, excellent.
That
sir,
is, sir, more than 80% is considered as excellent
Yes. So
or
you want to,
exceptionally well.
so no, you are again confusing. You are again
Sorry.
getting
sir,
confused.
can I try, sir?
Yeah, wait,
Yeah,
just a minute, just a minute.
yeah.
Let him. So that is why I have made your task very simple. The rubrics is ready. Add one more column. Your work is almost done. Dr. Yashoda, you want to say something?
Hello, sir. Yeah, I just want to know if I'm on the right track. So, if
Yes.
I'm designing a program
Yes.
which has got AI integration tools for teaching,
Yes.
so one is if the teacher is excellent, they are able to seamlessly integrate the AI tools with the lesson plans and classroom activities.
Yes.
If they're
Yeah.
if they're just about proficient, they effectively use these AI tools.
Yeah. So what name do you give for this? You're right. You're absolutely right. What
So,
element? What is the name of that element?
competency in that, sir.
No.
Sir, I'd
Dr.
like to
Sanjay,
add.
Sir,
Sir, I'd
can I
like
Dr.
to
try?
add.
Sanjay,
Acquisition,
Sir,
Usability,
knowledge acquisition,
usability, application.
Inner effectiveness, learning
sir,
outcome,
sir, here we can say like
content relevance.
familiarity with the AI, how to use AI, these parameters we can use, and what questions we have to ask on AI.
Okay.
And
No,
if we,
just a minute. You're thinking in the right direction, but some overlapping. You see, we want to evaluate a car. Okay. We will take one component which is very, very clear and important. For example, safety. Safety can have 4 scales. 1, safety is low. 2, safety is a little better. 3, safety is neither bad nor great. 4, very high, very strong, very good. 5, excellent. The car has best safety in its class. So safety has 5 scales, no?
yeah.
Now you said seamlessly able to integrate AI and ChatGPT to make everything. Yes. Now that can be 5. But for this, like safety, what is your element? What is your element? What is application? Post-training usage.
Dr. Sanjay, when we started with the module today, you said we have to use the IEO model to do this.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm coming.
So I have made the parameters according to the IEO model.
No, IEO model will definitely help you. There is absolutely no. But now what we are trying to do is we are trying to develop a matrix, and then IEO model you can connect. You can say our training was very good, but our background, skills of people, it all mattered. Now this is to check training efficiency.
So
IEO
hear me
model.
out. In case
Yeah.
I'm going wrong,
Yes.
you
Yes.
can tell me.
Yes.
So if I talk about the first thing, which is input, which
Okay.
may be related to the how the program was designed and how the resources were given.
Yes.
Okay. So I can say that what is the clarity or relevance of the objective,
Okay.
keeping that as a parameter. I
Yes.
may ask the questions, was the teaching efficiency or the quality clear, realistic, or highly relevant to these teachers? And then I can ask them to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 and give comments or evidence. Can that be a
Okay.
rubric?
No, you are slightly,
No.
no, that cannot be a rubric. See, what is the assignment here is, you are not asking trainees to evaluate now. You are rating. As a trainer, you are rating. So that is why I am trying to tell you, please develop this rubrics. For example, in an examination hall, now tell me whether the examiner or professor or the teacher will give marks or students will give marks.
The teacher will.
Teacher will give, right? Now, teacher will give based on grades. For example, you have got 70 marks, you are a distinction. You have got 60, you are a first class. You have got 80 plus, you are exceptional. Now, first you have to rate the performance of students based on their write-up, based on their reflection, based on their writing. So you need a rubrics.
Okay, now I understood.
You
Okay.
understood? And once this rubric is done, okay, you give some rating, and then the same training can be evaluated. The same training can be evaluated here in IEO model. Now you can take the responses of people. How was the trainer? How was peer interaction? How was the environment? Why did we fail? Why did we succeed?
Okay, so this is generally the evaluation
Yes, please don't
effectiveness
get
from my side.
please don't get confused. IEO model is a comprehensive model or a bigger model to evaluate the complete training program. Right? To evaluate the complete training program. Now, this rubrics is a measure, is a scale, or is a reflection point, or is a tool in your hand to rate the trainees based on their reflections. How did they respond during the training program?
Sir, may I answer?
Yes, please.
Let me know if I'm going on the right track.
Yes.
The teachers are able to use AI effectively.
Okay. Usage. The word, like safety for a car, usage, that's all.
Usage of the AI tool.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Next, based on Dr. Yashoda's input, I've put in is able to integrate AI to design lesson plans.
Okay, it's almost the same. Then usage is repeating twice.
Deliverance.
Yes. Okay. Next, is their quality of teaching? Has their quality of teaching improved or decreased?
Okay.
And I've written is able to integrate AI to create effective assessments.
Okay, again usage, you're repeating.
Yes. And the last one is student engagement or student attendance. Has it gone up or has it come down?
Okay. Okay, that is slightly different.
Delivery of this presentation.
Dear learners, the task is very simple. Can you see my screen here? I am trying to scribble something.
Yes, sir.
Yes, clearly.
Very simple. Don't get so confused. Life is very simple. Don't get so confused. Give me one parameter that we can fit here. Exemplary, excellent. How was? Yeah.
Exceptional.
Okay, I will write attendance here. How was the attendance of trainees?
Poor, fair, good, exceptional.
Attendance was unacceptable. So I will define, because it was less than 50%, attendance of trainees was not acceptable. Okay. Next.
Interaction.
Then.
Interaction.
Okay. Interaction. Yeah. Interaction. Okay. Right. A response and interaction of the trainees during the program exceeds expectation. Okay. Is that okay now? Are you able to understand?
Participation.
So now,
again, for exceeding the expectations, we have to set some benchmarks.
Yes, you can set here, or you can also change this parameter. You can also change this parameter. I have given you that option. You can change this. You can change this. Okay.
Yes,
Third one.
Okay.
Participation.
Third one. Excellent, good, needs improvement, unacceptable, no evidence. Okay. Okay. You can say, yes, you can say participation and communication or involvement.
Project completion.
Yes. Suppose you had given a
engagement.
Project. You had given a project. You had given a project.
Assignment.
Okay. Then
exit test. Can we include exit test?
Yeah, exit test can come here for mastery. Exit test can come for metrics. Exit test.
Engagement, sir.
Content relevant.
Engagement can be here. Superior, good, fair, needs, work, evidence. So next can be engagement. How were they engaged? Were they
Content
involved?
relevant. Content
But sir,
relevant.
any subjective parameters, for example, engagement or interactions, we need to have a clear defined path.
Yes, you can define here. What is that superiority? They were involved, they were responsive. You can measure this. I don't say no, you can measure this.
It's content, sir.
Pratima, you have raised your hand. Any question?
Yes, sir. Engagement falls under same criteria, right, sir?
Okay, you can change. You can tell me the option. I will do it accordingly. This is not a hard and fast rule, or this is not a fixed rubric. You can change. So all that I was trying to tell you, dear learners, is very simple. There are some elements here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that. Now you add one more column here, very simple. Number of rows will remain the same. You have to add or insert one column here, and you as a trainer now wants to evaluate. You as a trainer, you want to evaluate what was the response, what was the reflection of the trainee. So you can say attendance was very good, interaction and participation was great, problem solving during the program was great, creativity, you gave them some creative task, okay, creativity of the teachers was very good. You can say reception skills or ability to absorb, ability to grasp was special, ability to grasp was very good. Post exit, what happened? So Dr. Hari Prabhu, you want to say something?
Sir, rubric measuring tool is a standardized, or we can self-report as per the...
You can tailor make it, sir. It is not standardized. You can tailor make as per your need.
Okay, fine.
You can tailor make. That is the art of the trainer. That is the art of a trainer, to tailor make it which suits the occasion. Now once you develop this rubric, it is your reflection. You are trying to give your reflection. You are trying to give your response. Now I will go to IEO model, sorry. Now I will go to that model. I will explain. If we have failed, what happened? If we have succeeded, what happened? The training program, let's assume, was a grand, big, thumping success. Okay, the reason, maybe the trainer was very good, content was very good. People are now able to integrate. Yes, people are now able to use. Trainees are now using, great success. The contrary happened. Training program failed drastically. It was an utter failure. Why? Evaluate why it failed, why it succeeded using IEO model. But these are your initial reflections. Are you getting me? This rubric is to be filled by the trainer. This rubric is to be filled by the trainer. Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Sir, but this we can take the feedback from the trainees also.
You can take definitely. You can take the feedback from the trainees, but that is not a part of this rubric. This rubric doesn't work.
Acha, okay.
This rubric doesn't work. Then you have to have two rubrics. You can merge two. One rubric filled by the teacher or the trainees. One rubric filled by the trainer, the resource person. Merge them. That is also an option. So we can have two rubrics. One to be filled by the trainees, one to be filled by the trainer. This one that we are trying to talk about now, that you see on the screen, is to be filled by the trainer based on his observations or her observations.
But in the case we are asking from the trainee to fill the rubric, then the criteria will be different, no?
Definitely, sir. That is what I'm trying to ask you. There is no hard and fast rule that only this should be used.
It is flexible.
Yes, you have to, like you stitch your own way. You want to have your own pattern of clothing for you. You can choose. There is no hard and fast rule. I am giving you broad directions. I am giving you a framework. But the components...
How can you merge? But then how can you merge? Both are having different criteria. Then how can you...
Merge does not mean mixing. Merge means extract the content and then try to find out what was good, what was bad. Merge does not mean you overlap. Merge means you extract the ideas. Your idea says trainees were not good, and the trainees say you are not good. So there is contrary opinion, the contradictory opinion.
Yes.
Are you merge does not mean you mix them, you merge them. No. Merge means the summary for reference.
Okay, but if in the case of I am taking from the training also, then we have to create. So it creates the rubric will be created by in both cases by the
Yes.
trainer only.
No. I am trying to tell you, you can have multiple rubrics. You can have multiple rubrics. You can have 3 rubrics as well. But it becomes very complex if you have more rubrics. This is to be filled by you as a trainer. This particular rubrics that you see on the screen is to be filled up by you. Okay. Similarly, you can develop one for trainees. I mean, they will fill for you. So what you will include there? You will include like trainer quality, time utilization, knowledge of the trainer, method used, trainer knowledge. Then give it to them. That gives that gives self-reflection.
Give some sort of feedback.
It's a sort of feedback. Now, feedback is taken in a structured way using rubric. Are you all clear?
Got it, sir.
Are you all clear, dear learners?
Sir, I'll request you, right, because it's a bit confusing because I'm very new to this concept. What I'll request you, sir, if it is possible at your end, to quote an example, like prepared example, like the rubric cube and the what do you say, feedbacks of the learning.
No, very simple. One minute. I have just written down. I had written down some elements. Okay. Now I will make it to be filled by trainees quickly. Trainer knowledge. Do you remember the elements that I had used earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will change this. Trainer knowledge. What was the knowledge level of the trainer? Was it exemplary, excellent, acceptable? Now, time management by the trainer during the program. Okay. Next, methods used by the trainer. Methods used. Gurvinder sir, I may extend this by 2 minutes or so just to resolve their queries.
Please, sir, you can take your time, sir.
Because
it's not a problem.
students have some, I mean, the learners have some questions.
Sure,
so
sir. Please carry on, sir. Please carry on.
Yes. Okay, dear learners, I hope you remember I had used some elements in my previous for my previous question. So that was the rubric for trainees to be filled by the trainer. This rubric is to be filled by learners, by trainees who attended the program, and they are giving feedback for the trainer. So what was the trainer knowledge level? Was it good? How did he manage the time? What methods did he use? And what was the engagement level? Was he engaged with the learners? Okay, it was great, it is superior. You can scratch out this if it is not relevant.
That means again we have to have the objective parameters. For example, if I am saying that he is very engaged and participants are saying superior, good, fair, so it all depends. Then the participants or trainees may not be aware about the what is the criteria for superior. How can he say that it is superior?
No, you can make out, for example, you can make out that I am a good trainer, I am not a good trainer by my words, by my action, by my articulation. You can make out, right?
I agree, sir. You're right, sir. But only thing is that my point is, if somebody in the subjective parameters where the things are not exactly quantified, in that
you can
case,
quantify. You can quantify. How? You can quantify exemplary. I have written exemplary, right? So you can quantify it further to avoid all your queries. You can say exemplary because he has solved all our queries. Exemplary because he has demonstrated excellent knowledge by giving us deep knowledge. Don't leave it unattended. You can further define this. Excellent because he was this. Not acceptable because he did not answer our queries. It means his knowledge level is questionable. Are you getting me? Methods used. Excellent because why excellent? You can define it further. You can say excellent because the methods used were user friendly. Good because it was easy to absorb. Needs improvement because the trainer himself is confused. Methods unacceptable because outdated, illogical, not applicable. You can define it further. Is that Dr. Yashoda, you have a question? You have raised.
Yeah, sir. Can I put in something like facilitation skills that the trainer
Yes,
has?
you can write here. You can write facilitation here.
Okay, the use of technology and resources, if the person is good. Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you.
See, this is an example. This is like constructing a house. The engineer or you cannot define the number of doors for your house. It is your wish. It is your will. It is your discretion. You can have more doors or you can have no doors. This is like one door. Trainer knowledge, one door, one dimension. You can have as many as you want. You can have maximum, you can have minimum. Don't take my words as hard and fast. I am just giving you a reference point on which you can develop a rubrics. And these sub elements can also be defined further. Why good? Good because he did not let us lose. Good because we did not feel bored. The engagement level expressed by the trainer is good, superior because even for a single minute we did not lose attention, hence superior. You can write here. You can write here. Are you able to understand, dear learners? Are you all there? Is it connected? Are we all connected? Did you get to learn something? Is it okay? Has it solved all your queries? I thank each one of you for asking more questions. More questions means more discussion. More discussion means more learning. So when the questions are coming out, it means you're thinking. You're trying to understand different versions of it. Are we all clear, dear all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll share these slides. There's another slide which is self-explanatory, not very difficult. You can read it for yourself. This is again extracted from the book. Now, post this rubrics. How do you feel? Do we get a fair idea on this assignment which was conducted, on this training program that was conducted?
Sir,
Post the
which
rubrics.
book are you referring to, please?
Course book, your course
Thank
material
you.
which has come to you. Do you think this rubrics or these rubric tables that we have developed or we have discussed on will help you to evaluate this training program? Yes, no?
Yes, definitely it will help. And can you suggest some books on this topic, sir?
For rubrics or for training evaluation?
For training evaluation.
Training evaluation, there is a book by name Training Evaluation by Donald Kirkpatrick. This book is slightly expensive, and Donald Kirkpatrick Training Evaluation.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick, you know what. Any other than that? Which is
as of now, you can refer to the course book which is given to you, and your course book has these rubrics, and you can actually practice with these rubrics.
Right.
There are some sample rubrics that, and this rubric is extracted from your course book. You can practice, you can alter. Ashik, you have a question?
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, in the last session, you said
Yes,
that
I
you
remember. Simulation tools will come to you. I'll share those simulation platforms using which you can create simulation videos. I'm sorry I delayed, but the simulation modules, simulation links will come to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm still waiting, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
We can end this session. I hope it was good.